Hi there, this is Art and Such. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of the babies from Shrek. You're going to need some skin tone bands, and I'm using green for his skin. You're going to need purple, pink, or blue bands for the diaper. You will need one black band for the mouth, if you choose to do the mouth. And if you're doing the bow, you'll want an extra diaper colored band for that. For the eyes, you're going to need the color of your choice and a couple of white bands. You'll also need your hook and your rainbow loom set in the offset position. So this is the first bit of our layout, and I've thrown a lot on here, but this will save some time and make it a little easier. You won't have my eyes in the way. So ignore those two pieces for the moment. I'll be showing you how to make the cheek and the ears right away. But let's get our layout started. So using double bands for all of this and all skin color, you're going to start with the head, 2 bands going from the first peg to the side peg, 2 bands going this way, 2 sets of doubles coming down on either side, 3 sets coming down the middle. You're going to meet with double bands coming from the third peg on the side to the 4th peg on the center to close off the face. And for the body, we're going to have 2 bands going out straight to the neck, straight to the shoulder, no neck, 2 bands going down, 3 sets of doubles, and 4 sets in the middle. So you'll want to pause your video and get this all in order. When you're ready, you can keep going. For the eyes, might as well do that next. We're going to take our eye color band, and I'm using brown from the Rainbow Loom Mixed Skin Tone set. I'll loop it 3 times over my hook and loop a white twice on either side. Repeat again. One eye color band, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put our white band over and wrap it on the other side. If there's another method that you are more comfortable with, go for it. You can always use beads or even add your eyes on after if you'd like, but this works pretty well. We're going to bring the bands over, trying to keep them somewhat in order, onto a single skin tone band. There's one, and our second one. And we'll stretch that across from the second peg on one side to the second peg on the other. Split your eyes in the middle. And you can bring the band, one part of the band, over to the second peg on the center. There we go. Okay. For the cheek, which we'll do next, we're going to take a single band, wrap it 3 times, and bring it onto another single band. This part is optional, but it does give a little extra roundness to the cheeks. That goes from the second peg to the 3rd peg. You'll do another one for the other side. For the ears, we're going to take a single band wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And place that on a doubled over single band. So twist it and grab it with a little tension onto your hook. You need one for either side, and it goes on the topmost peg. And there we go. Make sure you've got everything there. For your nose, which is your last piece, you're going to take a single, and just as with the previous steps, we'll be wrapping it around the hook. but we're gonna try and do it really tight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes it kind of long when you squish it together. Put it onto a single. We are almost finished with our face, so good job if you're still with me here. Alright, so one more. This goes from the second peg to the second peg, but we can actually bring the nose right down under the third peg on the middle to get it out of the way. We're gonna do our cap bands. So third peg to third peg in a triangle, and right where the eyes are, the second peg to the second peg in a triangle form. Now we're gonna do our arms next. I have one made, so I'm just gonna show you the way this goes and we'll get you to try the other one. We're gonna take a single band, wrap it 2 or 3 times, take 3 bands, 3 singles, and pull your single wrapped one on top. It looks like I lost one there. Let's try that again. Okay, make sure we get them all. And the reason I'm using 3 is to give it that little bit of added thickness. Take another 3 and bring this on top. So these arms are going to be a lot shorter and stubbier than the ones on my girl Shrek baby. And if you want to make them longer, all you need to do is add a couple of extra sets. You can do sets of 2 if you want them to be thinner. So now this can go onto the shoulder peg. You'll have 6 bands going on top. Here you'll want to pause your video quickly and make one more arm. Oh dear. Okay. That was the right one I had ready. Here we go. 3 onto the other side. We're going to set up the diaper. You can use any color again. I'm going with purple. I'm going to do 2 purple. We're still in doubles. Going from your 7th peg up from the bottom to your 6th peg on the center from the bottom. Just easier to count from below when we get this far down. We're going to do 2 from the other side. 1 set of doubles coming down once from either side. So we have like the letter M. We're going to meet those in the middle one more time. Put a set of doubles down the middle pegs from your 5th to 6th peg from the bottom. We can cap this with a single, wrap it maybe 2 or 3 times. 2 times should probably be okay. For the legs, what we need to do is start with 3 bands, skin toned on either side. And another set of 3 on either side. And to make our really thick leg, we'll need 3 bands wrapped over our hook twice. And we will bring that onto another 3 bands. Hold it at the end of your hook with a little bit of tension. Bring it on top, bring it back on. We'll use this to cap off our legs. Really big chubby feet. This is a little bit tricky, but stretch it out really good and make sure you get all of those on top. Here you'll need to pause and make another foot. I've got mine ready here. So this is most of our layout for the body. We need a couple of cap bands. And these will go from the first set of pegs under the arms in a triangle formation and a second triangle below using singles. We can take a single diaper colored band and stretch it across the type of our diaper colored section. I will be showing you how to make the extension, and that is optional, so if you don't care for the little bulge, you can just loop it up, if supposing you're familiar with the process. If you are going to make the extension, stick with me. We're going to loop up our leg just to here for now, and then we'll loop up our center to this peg right below the chin peg. I'm going to turn this a little bit and try and do this quickly for you here. Now the reason that we're looping all the way up, or most of the way up the center and not the sides to begin with, is because our extension is going to go over the metal pieces, but it won't be securing them properly or fully. We don't want to lose those, so here we go. We're going to keep going. We can start on the center part here by going under our cap and grabbing our first 2 diaper colored bands. Those should be coming up, and 2 to the side over the legs, and the last 2 to the other side. We're gonna keep looping up the legs to where the diaper ends actually. We should be able to do that without consequence here. So get under all your cap bands and just grab your bottom 2 purples. I'm gonna turn this around again for a better reach here. And we can loop up the center, but stop before you get to the chin. So we're just reaching for the bottom 2 skin tone bands. It's a little tricky here. What I'm trying to do is stretch my skin tone bands out so that they're not caught under anything. And we can go up. Now, if you've worked with similar patterns before, feel free to go ahead. If the extension process is new to you and you do wish to have that in your pattern, we're going to bring the bottom of our diaper and our legs up out of the way, and then we're going to use the bottom of our loom to make the extension. If you'd rather do this on another loom, go for it. We don't need a lot of space though, so we're just going to work with it here. And I have one I made before. I'm just gonna pull it apart and we'll know how many pieces we need. So we will take single bands, skin tone. This is the first and only time we're really using singles for an extended period. We're gonna do two sets of singles. So 1 single band, 1 single, 1 single, 1 single on either side, and 3 in the middle, starting just 1 peg higher. We close it off with 2 more singles. And we can cap this one with a diaper colored band. And that actually gives the fun little illusion of there being a kind of a diaper knot. So I'm just looping that twice. We're going to put 2 triangular cap bands using single skin tone bands. Okay, like so. We reach under our purple and we're just going to loop our bands back to where they came from. I should make note here, and I'll definitely try and get something into my description. This extension design is from the Bart Simpson pattern or Homer Simpson pattern done by one of my new favorite YouTubers. Looming with Cheryl, I believe is correct, but I'll get you that information in the link for sure. She's got some really good cartoon ones. Alright, so we've looped that up and we're going to put our hook through, pull this off. You'll put your purple band